Hello, my name is Ilona and today is Tuesday, March 12th, 2024. And first of all, I just want to explain a few things. I got a reaction on my video yesterday about the white flag. Someone else here in the Dutch community also makes videos, said that it actually means, the white flag means that someone wants to negotiate and not surrender. And that is true. The original meaning of a white flag was to negotiate. But that has changed because usually the party that wanted to negotiate was the one that was in the weaker position. So it gradually over time became surrendering. And usually when a soldier waves a white flag, it means that he is surrendering, is he or she. We have now female soldiers as well, so he or she is surrendering. So I just wanted to mention that. But the original meaning of a white flag was to negotiate. Whether the Pope was talking about that or not, I don't think it is that relevant, because ultimately if you want to negotiate and looking at the position Ukraine is in, it's not really in a position to negotiate. So it really meant that they would surrender in a way. So I just want to mention that. And also that Princess Catherine actually came out and said that she was experimenting with Photoshop. Kind of messed up the picture. Right, of course, because everything else in the royal life is completely, every detail is looked at. They've got loads of people doing everything for them in all the details, what they're supposed to do, what they're supposed to say. But obviously, she just did this photo, just put it out there. No one looked at it, no one approved it. Sure, we all believe that. Anyway, something else I wanted to talk about in this video, I thought it was very interesting, was the Monolith that is back, apparently. This one is found on the Compton in Isle of Wight. So there's a mysterious monolith. This is the fifth one, and this is very, very interesting. They've been all over UK and Europe, and also in Utah in the USA, but apparently in the USA it was done by an artist group that actually put those monoliths there. So a mystery shrouded the first monoliths. An anonymous collective called the most famous artists took credit for the ones in Utah and California. But they said that the ones in Europe, that's not from them. So it could have been another group. But it's very interesting to see, because the monoliths are also shown in the 2001 Space Odyssey. They were an alien monolith. And that is a recurring symbol that appears to play a role in the development of human evolution in the movie. The movie was directed by Stanley Kubrick, who has made a few movies, I think 5 movies, very important ones. The Shining, Full Metal Jacket. And he also made Eyes Wide Shut, which was his last movie. And then he, left the Earth plane. And in the movie itself, there is like this elite group with all kinds of strange rituals and things happening there, and there's a lot of symbolism in that movie. And of course there have been a lot of talk about Stanley Kubrick. I'm not sure if he said it himself or if I've read somewhere that they believe that he's the one that actually filmed the moon landing. So it's very strange, but obviously he had a lot of insight in what's going on in Hollywood, and 2001 Space Odyssey is also very interesting to see. So this monolith, I just wanted to know what the energy was behind this monolith. Is it really done by humans? Is it done by aliens? Is it a combination? That's the feeling I was getting. So I did the cards on that one. And let's see, we've got the 7 of Wands. That's the first card. The central card is the 2 of Wands. And then we have in the past, we have the 2 of Swords. We've got the Queen of Pentacles underneath the 2 of Wands. And then for the future, we have the 4 of Wands and the Hermit. At least the energy about this. And I was looking at the Ace of Swords. And to me, this feels, especially when I saw these 2 cards, that it's a combination. This is, of course, from the past. This is the central card. These are both two cards, two of wands, two of swords. To me, it feels like it's both alien and also a combination of humans that have been putting them up there. So obviously there are some artists that also help, but maybe they got the influence by aliens. We just don't know about that. But it's a combination of aliens and some have been done by humans. And to me, it feels like it actually is strengthening humanity. I do believe it has an effect. And it's there to make us stronger. It has an effect on our DNA, on our health, the energy. Of course, right now with all the solar flares, all the human resonance, if you just see them from the last few days, so much going on in the energy. And I notice it in my own, my body and the process that I'm in. But these monoliths are placed there to help put humanity in a better position, to support them through health-wise, spiritual-wise, and especially with these two cards. This is the Four of Wands and the Hermit card. This is like turning inward, where of course our connection is with Source, with God, with our soul, with our intuition, and uniting us as humanity. So it's bringing us closer together. I do believe they are probably placed on ley lines, purposely done to create energy and an energy vortex and clearing of energy. I do believe, especially with the Ace of Swords, this was at the back of the deck. It was like a yes to me, like this is a combination. This is a combination. It was also mentioned that the monoliths disappeared, but there have been people that purposely took it away to make sure not a lot of people would show up there, and especially in some nature places, natural areas, they don't want all these people showing up to look at the monolith. So, but it's a combination of aliens that placed the monoliths there, and certain monoliths have been placed by humans, but I do believe they may have done that also under a certain influence, because of course we can also be influenced in a positive way. I believe it helps humanity. It creates a stronger version of ourselves. It's like it's grounding the energies that are coming in, and it's very important for us to, get the upper hand. I do believe humanity is in a better position, but it's about strengthening that position. But it's really about turning inward, and it's about uniting humanity, getting together more, connecting. When you are connected to yourself, when you are obviously connected to Source, to God, your soul, intuition, you are of course connected to humanity. It's one and the same. It's beautiful to see. So that's the energy I got from the monolith, which I thought was very interesting. And the other thing I wanted to take a look at was this week. What is the energy of this week? Well, these three cards kind of jumped out. So we've got the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and we got the Magician. I believe that more and more things about health are going to come out. More people are turning away from the old that may look good on the outside, but is not fulfilling anymore, and people are not falling for it anymore. Especially when you see the mainstream media, people are not looking at it anymore. They're not interested anymore in it. And I also mentioned in my Dutch video, in Ireland, they try to change the constitution with more, gender things. In Ireland, there was, people needed to, vote for that or say if they wanted it or not. And they said no to both changes. They don't want that. And I think we're going to see more and more about that people are saying no to changing things, they don't want it anymore. And I think that's a clear, good sign that people are starting to wake up, and we all wake up in phases. Some people have been, seeing this for 30, 40 years. Some people just recently started seeing that something was wrong, which is the start of waking up. It's all, people have to make choices unconsciously, consciously to change, to see things, but people are waking up and stepping away from what was once important to them. So once they were listening to the government, and now they're like, no, I don't think so. So health-wise, things are going to come out, and it's really about bringing us back into our own strength. That's the Magician is all about. So I do believe that this week will be an important week as well for humanity. Last week we had that immense energy already, and it's just going to continue in this week as well. The advice we have is the Two of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Wands. This is about healing the old pains, the old disappointments, or the feeling that it's not going anywhere, maybe the feeling of despair. But it's very likely that we are not only cleaning, what's still left from our lifetime now, but also from older lifetimes, former lifetimes, maybe future lifetimes, because ultimately there is no time. And it's very important that we heal that. I've noticed in my own experience that I'm sensing and feeling things that go way beyond this lifetime. And I think a lot of us are experiencing that as well. Embrace it, because this is really clearing at a very, very deep level. So we really are clearing up everything in ourselves, in our karma, in whatever we still have in our energy. So we are completely clear to enter this new energy. It's already there, but then we can really start grounding it, and it's very important that we heal that. So it's very possible that you maybe sometimes feel things like, well, this is going so deep and this is not from my lifetime as it is. I can't really place how deep this feels like. Most likely this is from other lifetimes, and it's time now to deal with that. It's time now to heal. So in that way, we'll just become more and stronger, more resilient. And I think that's the focus. If we heal things in ourselves, the more we are in our own strength, in our own power, the less we'll be able to, other forces will be able to manipulate us, the more we can bring in that new energy. So it's very important to look at feelings of despair, feeling that, disappointment, maybe it's not going fast enough for you. Really look at those feelings. It's very possible this is from past lifetimes. Things you've already experienced, or maybe this negative feeling that it's not going to work out anyway. And a lot of people, I've mentioned this before, in Atlantis, we've seen everything completely destroyed. So a lot of people are still thinking that that's going to happen. And it's very important that we heal that, because then we can change our perspective in our timelines, because that's up to our, our frequency, on what frequency we are. But most of us are working to better ourselves, and that's really the best frequency you can have, that you're willing to look at yourself, self-reflection, and heal and start healing yourself. So I wanted to leave at this. I hope to see you in another video. Bye.